What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. My name's Tom Ford, business owner, entrepreneur, guy just trying to figure it out. And in these videos, I talk to you about all things business, money, struggles, management, headaches, wins, challenges, all of it. Welcome to episode 13, lucky number 13 of Founders Field Notes. Now listen, I am gonna change the way we do Founders Field Notes. Because in essence, I looked back on a couple of the other episodes and they're just not interesting enough. And I don't think that people are going to get as much value out of them. So what we're going to do now is Sunday's upload is going to be sort of like lifestyle vlog stuff. And then Wednesday's upload, which is, I'm going to keep calling Founders Field Notes, is going to be all the business related stuff. So that's all going to be lumped into Wednesday's upload. So I'm going to try and compartmentalize this a little bit. Now listen, I've come outside today because I was in the office. I've been at the desk pretty much all day, and I had a terrible night's sleep last night, and so I just needed to get outside. It's turned into quite a nice afternoon, so I've brought you down here by the river in Henley-on-Thames to talk to you. It's quite windy, so I hope my mic picks this up all right. Okay, so let me update you on the businesses. Let's start with Life Coach AI. Essentially, what's going on there is a lot more of the same. Trying to build this beta group, trying to make connections via LinkedIn, trying to, we're thinking about bringing in a CTO, which is like a chief technical officer. Someone who is more, someone who can help us adapt this app as we're going. And then my side of things is very much still the marketing and trying to build all of this engine behind things, which I'm going to be honest, it's really hard. Like LinkedIn is clunky. I'm still getting to grips with it. I'm uploading a lot of content but it's just kind of feels like I'm screaming into the void a little bit. We are trying everything now, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. I'm not sure like what else I can do other than keep doing it. And then the other side of things is that we're just going to keep on trying to make that app and the product better and better and trying to make the right connections so that we're making some progress there. But, essentially it is moving. I just wish it was moving faster, man. Because, with AI and technology, it's going at such a rapid pace that it just kind of feels like we're struggling to keep up. But I forget, and I have to remind myself sometimes that we are still so much further along than other people, right? A lot of other people are like, I might have an idea for an AI business. Like we're already there, MVP done, product done, ready to go. So that's what's happening there. Skyline fire stopping. It has been turbulent times for Skyline fire stopping. You've heard me talk about this before, the sort of, the mood and the general feeling in the UK at the moment seems to be quite static. However, things have started moving. So we're running the company really lean at the moment, and we've had a few projects come in and some larger ones drop in. So the time frame is looking pretty good now. The calendar is filling up. There is money coming in, and everything is sort of like starting to come together a little bit more. The funny thing is that I'm going to be honest with you, I've had to work really, really hard on just making that happen. It has been like shockingly stressful, right? But it's starting to take shape now. One of the things that I think was happening was that I was focusing some of my efforts in the wrong direction. I was definitely getting sucked into working in the business and less so on the business. But now we're very much working on the business. You would have seen in one of my last vlogs, I had that phone call with Phil Graham. And you know what? That did have a big impact, actually. It did fire me up and it did get me going. So that being said, the challenges aren't over. I've still got just been landed with a massive bill from HMRC. God knows what for. They just seem to want to take all of your money. And then I'll touch on some personal stuff as well. Anyway, so that's Skyline fire stopping on the up, which is good. Four Strings Property, it's been slow, man. It's been slow. I think it's because money has been a bit thin on the ground. We have been talking to a few people who are interested in coming on board. Now, I'm going to be honest, I think Harry and I we're both pretty open-minded to the idea, but we don't know what sort of form that would take. So, because we spoke to investors, people are really keen on the business, but everyone wants to be part of the business. They don't want to just invest in it. So, but that being said, the people that we have spoken to and have shown interest in being part of the business, they are all sort of like, they're all heavy hitters. So it's no bad thing. And I think, I'm not going to talk for Harry because he's not here, but I talk for myself. Like, and I think Harry's probably of the same mind that, you know, growing the team, but having more oomph behind us might not be a bad thing. So we've got a couple of meetings lined up and a couple that are being organised, and we're going to see where that goes. So, and I'll keep you updated, but I can't really say more than that. However, we have got property stuff happening, which is like we've got a builder in on one of the properties. We've got, oh, hang on, someone's calling me. It's my mate Christian. Christian, if you're watching this, I'm filming. We've got a builder in on one of the properties, like the one in Wales. As soon as that's done, we can get a tenant in there. We need to get a tenant in there so it's cash flowing. But it has been, Harry hit me up the other day. I need some money in the account to pay the mortgage. And I was like, okay. And then the next day it was like, oh, life coach needs some money in the account for like, 1 second. Hello. Sorry about that. What's that? Yeah, and then life coach. I got any note from Kirk saying that we needed to service payments for that hosting fees. So it's just kind of like, you know, this is the thing, man. Like, what people don't realize when they're starting companies, that these companies cost money to run. Like, I could probably think of 10 things that I'm paying for right now that don't earn me any money. Do you know what I mean? They just like servicing these things. It's kind of like you create this beast and then you got to feed it. And if you haven't got like a lot of money coming in, like, or business coming in, then you got to find that money somewhere else. Anyway, so Four Strings, it's been a bit sluggish, so we've got to put some fuel on that fire. But I think we're on it. And then the other business would be the coaching, you know, the events and all that kind of stuff. And I'll be honest and say, like, this has been like at the back of my mind. I've very much been in sort of like a focused work mode, and the idea of putting on another event right now is kind of like overwhelming to say the least, because I've got to sort my own shit out, right? So, you know, but it is on the agenda for the end of September, right? So that's next month. So I will sort something out. For those of you who come to the masterminds, I will sort something out, and it will be at the end of September. If you're interested in coming to one of those, the next one is going to be past attendees only, right? I'm probably going to close it off for this year, and then I'll see what the interest is like next year. But to be honest, I've got a bit too much on my plate at the moment, and I think that I need to focus in on these other things. These 3 other businesses, they are just more than enough to keep me busy. That being said, the social media stuff is like, you know, I had this conversation with someone the other day. He was like, what's the goal with the YouTube channel? And I was like, I don't really know, because it's just the documenting, right? Just documenting things. And I've seen very little growth in this channel. I've seen some, but I've seen very little. So, but I'm going to keep going, because essentially, if nothing else, I want to have this to look back on for myself. And I think that's important to have. So, but that is the update. That's the update with Life Coach, Skyline, Four Strings, and the coaching business. I will see you in Sunday's vlog, where I'll talk more about some of the more fun aspects. But watch this space with these Wednesday videos, because I'm going to beef these up a little bit and make them a bit more juicy, right? I'm going to put a few more tips, learnings, all this kind of stuff, and feature all of those in these videos. This was just I wanted to jump on, touch base with you all, and update you all on it. Okay, cool. That is it. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe. You should be able to subscribe somewhere down here. And if you want to check out another one of my videos, then check them out. Make sure you give this one a like. And I will see you in Sunday's vlog. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later.